she called global warming a bunch of snake oil science.
Wasn't she anointed with that by Pastor Muthi?
That was right there on the forehead.
Right. He anointed her with snake oil right there and blessed the demons out of her. Some crazy, anointed her as governor.
That was it. Was snake oil. Because if she got it from him, it's good. But, you know, tomorrow snake oil will be good for her. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, part of the reconfiguration of her pro-business, free market, common sense, conservatism, economic view is that she freed up all of your industries in Alaska during her lengthy tenure as governor and created this miracle economy in the last frontier. And while she was there in that lengthy term of governor, she created this booming economy in Alaska. Okay? That was her rap. And that's what we need to do in the United States. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, I'm sitting here with all these timber company executives and middle managers, and I'm thinking, oh, my God, I just wish I had 2 oil executives from Alaska to talk about the way in which she liberated Alaskan oil.
Well, you know what, Geoffrey, we got to take a break really quick. Do you have a couple more minutes for us on the other side?
I'll hang for a little more.
All right, thanks. Geoffrey Dunn, our guest right now, author, blogger, movie maker, which I've seen, fabulous. You're welcome to call in with your thoughts, 907-569-1080, the number here. We'll be right back. All right, it's 34 minutes after. I'm Shannyn Moore. This is the Shannyn Moore Show, 569-1080, the number here. Geoffrey Dunn joining us from California right now, who was at the big lager rally yesterday in Redding, California, that Sarah Palin was at. And, it was chop, baby, chop, clear cut, baby, clear cut, and that she was going to fix America's problems the way she fixed Alaska's problems, which I think she fixed more when she quit than she did when she started. So maybe she should just take that pattern.
Well, she did. She did. Let's be candid. You know? What's amazing to me, Shannyn, I have a long history in Alaska, and I've followed Alaskan politics for 35 years. I am so stunned. I'm an outsider.
You need a support group, by the way.
I do have a little one at the local pub, but I am stunned by how little outsiders ever follow Alaska politics. They know nothing about her career in Alaska. They think she is the darling of the Republican Party in Alaska, of the conservative Republican Party in Alaska.
They think she's a socialist. And
yes.
You know what's funny to me is that she always, whether it was aerial wolf hunting or whatever, the big meme she put out there was, these are outside interests. These are outside extremists. Blah, blah, blah. We don't need anybody coming in here and telling us how to do things. She just went into California and told them how to do things. She just became what she was whining about and what a lot of Alaskans whine about all the time.
Well, I have to tell you, the one line from her, what was it, her 3rd, 4th, or 5th resignation speech up in Fairbanks, where she talked about the skinny little petite Hollywood actresses who are going to come up and destroy Alaska.
Right, Ashley Judd, because being
right. Well, I'm looking at Sarah looking very lean. She needs a few meals, that girl, on her 6-inch heels, so she can kind of come up to the moderator's waistline yesterday, and she's got Piper running around with her.
Because, with school isn't important.
Well, my kids had to go to school yesterday. I didn't take them up to Redding with me, and my friends in the lumber industry up there, their kids were all in school yesterday.
Well, there
was Piper running around.
I got to tell you, I just tweeted and put on Facebook,
yes.
Which for those of you out there who want to follow me on Twitter, it's Shannyn Moore, or on Facebook, same name. I know, strange that I use my real name. I just tweeted a picture that the Houston Chronicle had up.
Yes.
That was taken at the Sarah Palin, Rick Perry rally.
Uh-huh.
That said, sorry, I'm trying to keep it together. It said homeschoolers for Perry, and it's misspelled. They misspelled.
Perfect.
And I'm just like, yeah, that's working out. That's perfect.
No one has written this, and I'm trying to finish this book, so I'm not going on any digressions. But my God, if you read those emails between Todd and Sarah, I think they missed out on 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, and we know what they did in college. So, I mean, my God,
it's remarkable. It is, and what's so frightening to me is that there's this whole culture right now in America that is, they talk about, here's another villain, the elitist, which means anybody that isn't classified as the R word, basically. I mean, it's just stupid.
This is why I love you, Shannyn. Other than your great choice of music, by the way, we listen to you on the internet down here, and we always love your selection of music, and we crack up about it. So thank you for the mamas and the papas. But here's the deal. You and I come from working class stock. Both grew up in fishing communities and worked our way to wherever we've gotten, okay? And one of the things I write about you in the book is you're the real deal, and she can't call you on any of her other crap that she uses on everybody.
I made the book?
Oh, baby. Baby.
Well, it's, you know what, I think...
Of course you made the book.
Yeah,
Come on. I mean, I'm not going to mention that night we had out on the town with the whole crew, but you made the book. So, come on, 4th of July weekend, you make the book, don't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Thank you, okay. But here's her deal. This is what this kind of elite thing is. It was great yesterday. She... At the teabag speech, she's busted for writing stuff on her hands, right?
Right.
Okay.
That couldn't have been an accident. That's just her being like folksy or homesy or something.
That's what Siri thought. Siri's my wife. That's what Siri thought. She thought, oh God, everyone's going to be just like her. We all did that in school too. She kind of made it pretty apparent she was looking at her hands during the interview on camera in front of people. And so she opens with that yesterday. And she opens with it by saying, the lamestream media, they caught me. That's her great line now, the lamestream media, they caught me. Well, didn't everyone do that? I'm just a hockey mom, and, I was a little nervous going out there, so of course I wrote something on my hands. I was nervous. Everyone would be. You're on national television. She said, so I wrote something there today, too. She opens up her hands, lets everyone see, and it says, Loggers Rock, and the place goes nuts. I mean, hooting and hollering and laughing and cheering. She opened it that way, and the guy I was with, not a fan of hers. I would say he's a moderate Republican. He and I grew up together. He also a longtime fishing guy. And he looked over at me and he said, wow, she just connected with everyone in this room to open up. He said he was amazed by her. And up until yesterday, seeing her live, he really did not like her. He came away telling me she's going to be a force to be reckoned with in 2012.
Well, I totally agree. And people will call in or email and say, why are you talking about Sarah Palin? And yesterday, Lyda Green came on with us.
How is Lyda?
She's fabulous.
And her husband's recovered?
He's still recovering from his plane crash. But,
yes, okay.
But, Lyda is Lyda. And when you say the real deal, I disagree with the real deal of Lyda Green a lot. But it's not like trying to get a hold of a fish in the boat.
No,
where it's going
not.
all over the place.
Both you and I know what that means. She's like picking up a rock off the street. She's the real deal. She tells it like she sees it, and she's got the knife wounds in her back to prove it.
Well, yeah, and we talked about that as well. So what do you think is coming up? I know that Sarah, I've seen Sarah plenty of times, sat in the same room with her, talked to her. She is remarkably charismatic, and, that sort of narcissism and charisma in the same package with 6-inch heels. You can either do politics or porn, and frankly, they're not that different.
No, they're not in this country. Really, they're not. And here's the deal.